Hello, welcome to your Urban Connection. Now, I want to get right into this story because this is an interesting one. And if you people will remember, uh, uh, a few weeks ago, a pastor down in Atlanta by the name of Jamal Bryant had organized and called for a 40-day boycott of Target stores. And the boycott would start in April, earlier this month. Now, uh, the since that time, uh, since that time, Target stores has lost a lot of money, and the way they've lost that money is that they've had less foot traffic. They've seen quite a little demise in foot traffic in their stores across the country. And this is a photo of Pastor Jamal Bryant. And so basically, uh, Target is basically feeling the heat from this boycott, which was organized, like I said, by this pastor right here, Jamal Bryant. Now, in addition to losing foot traffic, Target has lost a lot of money in their stock price. Their stock price has went down dramatically. So they're feeling the pinch, they're feeling the heat, and this was all brought about by their decision to cave to the Trump administration and renege on their DEI program that they had promised uh, to the African American community. So what happened is they now are feeling the heat. They're losing money. Store traffic is down, which means fewer sales. Okay, and the competition, namely Costco, at the same time has seen a drastic increase in their foot traffic, and a lot of that is coming from African Americans, people who are taking their money away from Target and taking it to Costco. Okay, so now we have a situation where Target is feeling the heat and it's getting hotter almost every day. So let me just tell you what happened and why I'm doing this program. About a month ago, or at least 3 weeks ago, Target reached out to this pastor, Jamal Bryant, who has a nice sized church in Atlanta. And they wanted to talk with him. And they wanted him to meet with the COO and not the CEO of Target. Well, Pastor Bryant, and rightfully so, declined the meeting. He said, "No, I don't want to talk to a subordinate. I want to talk to the person that makes the decision. I want to speak to the person that's at the top of the food chain. I want to talk to or have a meeting with the CEO of Target." Well, for whatever reason, that meeting didn't happen. But I want to tell you what did happen here just a day or two ago. The CEO of Target decided that instead of meeting with this man, he decided to reach out to another pastor. And let me show you who that is. This guy right here. And you all will know him. That's right. He decided to reach out to Pastor Al Sharpton. Now, you know, this to me raises an awful lot of questions. Sharpton does not pastor a church. Sharpton is a civil rights leader. I will give him that. And he's been that for a long time. But Jamal is the pastor of a rather large church in the Atlanta area. He has influence with an awful lot of African Americans, and not only in the city of Atlanta or the state of Georgia, but he has influence across the country. And his influence is on the rise. So my question is, why would the CEO of Target agreed to have a sit-down, face-to-face, one-on-one meeting with Reverend Sharpton and not Pastor Jamal Bryant. Reverend Sharpton, to this day, has not announced a boycott of Target. He has said he would consider it, but he's never announced it. On the other hand, Pastor Jamal Bryant announced it, organized it, and carried through with it. So my question is, why would you reach out to Pastor Al Sharpton? And the other thing that I have is that why wouldn't Reverend Sharpton have enough dignity and integrity to say to the CEO of Target, you need to be talking to Pastor Jamal Bryant. He's the one that is putting the pressure on you and your organization. He's the one that organized and announced the protest and the boycott, not me. Now, the right thing for Reverend Sharp to do, in my opinion, would have been to have said to the CEO of Target, sir, I want to say this to you. I would be happy if you would like for me to sit in on a meeting between you and Pastor Jamal Bryant. And I will offer my services as needed, but I'm not comfortable sitting down with you for a one-on-one in an attempt to override or overlook or decry the good intentions, which I totally agree with, that were put forth by my good friend, Pastor Jamal Bryant. Now, the reason I say good friends, because I can show you they have worked together, so they are acquainted with each other. They have worked together on other issues. But this would have been the right attitude and the right path for Sharpton to take with the CEO. Don't put yourself in place of Pastor Jamal Bryant. Put yourself, if anything and anywhere, alongside of Pastor Jamal Bryant. And you let the CEO know that you're not going to play me against him, or you're not going to buy me in order to sell out to not only Pastor Jamal Bryant, but to African Americans all over the country. I'm not doing it. I don't want any part of that, sir. So what I would suggest you do is you call Reverend Jamal Bryant, organize and set up a meeting with him. And then if he and you are comfortable with me joining in the meeting, I'll be happy to do that. But that's not what happened. That's not what happened. So therefore, I have a little problem with this, because I want to know, why would they call Reverend Sharpton to address an issue that was put forth by Pastor Jamal Bryant? Do they think that the Reverend Sharpton would be an easier target for them to convince? Or do they suspect or think that maybe they can pay him and make this problem go away, make this boycott go away? I don't like the smell of this. I don't like the way Al Sharpton handled this, because Al Sharpton agreed to meet with the CEO without the presence of Pastor Jamal Bryant. That, to me, looks fishy. It doesn't pass the smell test, and it certainly doesn't make for a good look for Al Sharpton. I mean, come on. I mean, if you have some integrity, man, let's put everything in its proper place. Don't let these people use you as a tool to work against your fellow minister and against the African American community on this boycott. By them even calling you, sir, says that this boycott is effective. It is having an impact. It is working in the manner in which it is supposed to work. It has diminished your foot traffic. It has reduced your sales. It has taken away black dollars from your store and removed them to Costco, one of your competitors. And now all of a sudden you want to call on a noted civil rights leader who is a reverend but does not pastor a church, and you want to call him and put him in a predicament and in a position to work against Pastor Jamal Bryant and your uh, do your uh, dirty work to get out from under the heat and the pressures that have been put upon you by Pastor Jamal Bryant. I don't like the looks of this. I don't like the smell of this. I don't like the feel of this. There's nothing about this that I like. And I would have had an awful lot more respect for Reverend Al Sharpton had he stood up and fought and recognized and had Target recognize the efforts, the organization, and the organizing of this boycott by Reverend Jamal Bryant. He had nothing to lose by doing that. He had everything to gain. He could gain the respect of not only Pastor Jamal Bryant, but he gained the respect of African Americans all over the country. African Americans are like me, who feel it's time for us to stand together and stick together. This is no time for dividing our community by placating and putting in place the old divide and conquer issue that white people have been using for over 400 years. So, Mr. Target CEO, instead of you calling and trying to meet with Reverend Al Sharpton, you should have called to meet. After all, your office first called Pastor Bryant, but that was not for a meeting with the CEO. And I don't blame, not for one moment, Pastor Bryant for refusing to meet with your designated partner, your COO. That's not the top of the food chain. He's not the one that makes the decisions. He's not the one that points the direction. He's not the one that made the decision to renege on your DEI program, which you had promised to the African American community, sir. So I don't blame him for refusing to meet with your COO. If you were really serious about dealing with this issue, about trying to bring about a solution to this problem, you had your scheduler, whoever it is, to reach out to Pastor Jamal Bryant to meet one-on-one with Jamal Bryant, not with one of your subordinates, sir. That is not the way that you provide a solution or even attempt to negotiate a solution on this issue, which clearly you are admitting that is impacting your bottom line. And so basically, I have to feel and believe that this boycott is doing what I've always said that you have to do, is hit them in the pocket. Hit them where it counts at the cash register, sir. And so therefore, for Reverend Al Sharpton to meet with you without the presence of Jamal Bryant is a disgrace. It's offensive to everybody involved, including you, sir. So I say to Reverend Pastor Dr. Jamal Bryant, sir, keep moving forward. Keep your foot on the pedal. Keep the pressure on. It's working. It's working as it was supposed to work. My hats go off to you, sir, for organizing, promoting, and announcing this boycott. Keep doing what you're doing. And let Al Sharpton keep doing what he's doing, which is being a host on MSNBC and disrespecting you, sir, and me, sir, and every other African American in the country, sir. Okay, this is an issue that has and had to be addressed. And I just wanted you folks to know what's going on. So I want to thank each and every one of you that has participated in this boycott by not spending one dime in a Target store until they decide to do the right thing and thumb their nose at Donald J. Trump and say, you don't tell me how to run my company, and you don't tell me who I can hire and who I cannot hire. After all, you're not the one that's counting these black dollars or those black dollars that was coming into my store that are now going to my competitor, Costco. You see, so by listening to you, Donald Trump, I have placed my company, Target, in a very difficult position, in a position where we're losing money in more ways than one. Number one, our foot traffic and our sales are on the decline big time, and in particular among the African American communities. And number two, our stock price is at the lowest it has been for the last 5 years, sir, thanks to you, Donald J. Trump. It's working, folks. Now, you know what? The good part is, wow, Target is feeling the effects of this boycott, this successful, impactful boycott. Walmart and those other stores, retail stores, are watching and they're seeing what is happening to Target, and they are scared to death that they will be the next victim. But it all depends on you all. You all have to continue. Don't stop with Target. Don't stop with Target. There are other companies that did the same thing, and we must address them as well. But so far, so good. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.